I thought I'd do a video of the progress on Pork Chop and just go over the car in general. You can see sort of lights are on and they work. I've done previous videos on those. A bit of work that's sort of been done on the front of the car is you can see you've got a centrally mounted radiator there. Previously on the Porsche, you've got a radiator in the front and on either side in front of the wheels. You've got the aircon rad in the middle there. Again, the aircon's been completely changed there. So all of the cooling system had to be changed. All of the air conditioning had to be changed in regards to sort of making sure that not just the piping, the wiring, everything basically goes back to make sure it works as a sort of a factory car. You can see this is the air conditioning box, and then that makes a big difference in regards to sort of going out the back. And I'll show you the vents in a second. In here, by removing the factory air conditioning unit, what we did is we freed up enough space, and this in here is the hydraulic pump for the suspension, and that works. So you have all four wheels are independently run on a spring box designed by Ray at Raven. And I wanted, because of the classic Beetles and the one that I had many moons ago, had the fuel filler on the inside of the car. So rather than having it here, again, that's going to be in the center of the car. So again, this is with all of the paneling taken off. You can see, obviously the suspension system's slightly different, but, steering and everything else is really going back to factory. So what you see is really an original car from that point of view. All of these panels have been either hand formed, and obviously the wings are slightly wider all the way around. The car in the middle has been extended out by 110 millimeters at the front, so it's slightly wider. So that's the kind of the front of the car. Even things like this is the brake lines going into original servos and things like that. So, wiring, piping, everything else. Again, the car's looking a little bit shabby for, it's not finished, quite frankly. So we'll have some chrome trim going along there. The bonnet, oh, there you go. There's the bonnet holding out over there. So bonnet, again, sits out in front of the car, moves across, and this is part of the super secretive hinge system in regards to sort of how that works and things like that. So yeah, lots done there. Again, 1960s vert scuttle panel, which is obviously, been extended as well as the front of the car. It goes back. Windscreen wipers, nightmare. So under here, you've got the original Porsche motor that runs the windscreen wipers. But what you've really got is a completely customized linkage system. So where it sort of needs to sort of go in and out to sort of use the windscreen wipers, the linkage system had to then be extended and adapted from an original Beetle style to make sure that the windscreen wipers worked. Glass has been ordered, so I've got laminated glass coming, hence some of these templates lying around. Excuse the wooden bit there. Again, wings are wider, incredible wheels from Paul Custom in the US. Original Porsche brakes. You can see some of the problems we've had is that the brakes are as big as the wheels almost. There's literally like super slim clearance there. One of the big factors is suicide doors. You can see they open up really wide, which is great. Again, another one of Ray's things, which is his hinge system, which is again completely bespoke for this car because obviously nothing is off the shelf. If you look at the doors, re-strengthening the doors, you've got pillars that come down this way and rebuild the strength back into a door, because the way you would normally hang it is you'd have the hinge at this side. So all the strength is about really hanging from this side to that side. We've reversed that, so we've had to put the strength back in by reinforcing it. We've got a deadlock system, which will go back to the original locking mechanism. So when you're going along and all pressing the buttons in regards to the actual locks, the deadlock system works. So again, simple thing of just moving that along. Oh, there you go. So that will move in and out. So that will deadlock the car into there. Again, actuators on the bear locks. So they will come out and obviously move in and out. Electric windows. Not that I think we're going to use the windows much, but that's where we're at. So a lot of work in those doors. Again, very rough. So up and around there. Moving into the interior. You've got the CAE shifter that's now in with the enhanced cables. I can go through that in a second. Original Porsche interior with some bespoke welding and shaping there. That's not the steering wheel, but again, everything else interior-wise will be from the Porsche. you know, you've got to look at things like, you know, immobilizers, stereo systems, heated seats, airbags, you name it, it's all there. So that's good. Right, moving around to the back of the car, again, looking at this sort of real wizard cap, if you like. This is the only bit of fiberglass that's on the car, and will only be the only bit of fiberglass on the car. Original Wizards. I've got a 100% fiberglass version. That's the only bit that's left. Wings have been extended out. Big tyres, 295 wide tyres. Again, brakes and clearance. Yeah, problems and stuff there. The exhaust tailpipes are from a Bentley Bentayga. And we've got a completely custom stainless exhaust system that is in there. Obviously, that's the gearbox there that we've got. So the gearbox is there, and yeah, like I said, it's simple little things like having to build everything back into what a Porsche is. So everything has to be there that was there previously. So building in things like there's going to be reversing lights. You've got little nubbins there that are going to be around your number plate lights. You've got reversing lights, fog lights, obviously all the usual things like indicators, brake lights, all that sort of stuff. So if it's there on the Porsche originally, it has to be there on this car. So yeah, that's kind of as a walk around of what we've got here as a car, what it is, where it is at the moment. I can probably show you a little bit in regards to sort of the engine and some of the complexities. You can see there, got a glass engine lid. Can you see any of that? So yeah, that's the Porsche engine. I mean, yeah, there's photographs of what a Porsche engine looks like. It's been tuned. It's got lots of different things in regards to inlets. There's been modifications in regards to how the inlet system works. I won't go into that now, but again, a Porsche would normally have inlets on this side of the rear quarters. Hugely complicated car, but again, people will just turn around and say, oh, you put a Beetle body on a Porsche. So yeah, the suspension, and that's the suspension box just down there. The suspension will be put onto this rear shelf here. So you'll see the rear shelf will have all of the open suspension springs and things like that. So everything's going to be moving around, not at the point of the wheel. It's all going to be centralized within the back of the car. Again, this has got a lot of work to be done on it to get it finished, but you can see here, this is the rear boot lid. Again, there's some photographs and videos on the page that sort of highlight what it is. Bit of work to do to really sort of cast that and make it right, but that will obviously go onto there. It comes out on these linear actuators, so it comes out on rails to sort of expose the sort of part of the suspension. Again, all this will get capped off, trimmed really nicely, but it gives you some idea of the complexity of what we're working with here. Hundreds, if not thousands of wires everywhere. If you snag one, you're absolutely screwed. So yeah, we're making really good progress. Everything on the car is as it should be. Like I said, everything feels like it's making progress to charge forward and make sure that this winter we get as much done as possible. So as soon as the sun comes out in 2025, yep, I'm putting a proper deadline on it. We will have a car that is driven around, and you hopefully will see it on the streets. So yeah, if you've got any questions about it, if you've got any suggestions about it, I'm still looking at which colours I should really have. Let me know, and yeah, we'll go from there. But thanks for getting this far and listening to me ramble on. Like I said, if you've got anything that you can add to this, then give me a bell.